Welcome back to Briggs on Books. Are you a romance reader? Are you looking for your next book? Because I've got it right here, The Love of Her Lives. It's, I think, a three-part series. By the way, not only do I have the book here, but I also have the author here. Welcome, author CJ Connolly.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Are
Appreciate
these
you
a,
inviting me on the show.
My pleasure. Are these a series, the three books?
It's actually not a series. They're related in as much as they have thematic similarities. And what's unusual about these, Mike, is that they're all multiverse romances. So they have the same kind of idea of that what if alternate reality.
Hmm. Now, did you create a realm, or are they living in the real world?
No, they're living in the real world. If if by real world we can imagine any kind of world where it's possible to accidentally find yourself in another version of your life.
Hmm.
So when we say the real world, that's with a grain of salt,
Yeah.
Mike.
That's amazing how people can write like that. I'm always blown away, and I love to read books like that. That you have to keep track of so many things, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, it can be really challenging to fill in the sort of various plot holes. A little bit like writing time travel romance. This
Hmm.
isn't time travel, but making sure that everything lines up, especially if you're writing two narratives from two different points of view
Yeah.
of a couple of different worlds and different versions of your main character.
Now, are these books set any place we would recognize?
Yeah, so my most recent book, The Love of Her Lives, is set in Chicago and around Lake Michigan primarily. And then the book that came in the middle that was published last year, that's called The Love I Could Have Had, and that's set in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Mhm.
And then my original book, the debut, is set in New York, but also has a lot of international locations as well.
Now, is that the love of my other life?
Yeah, that was The Love of My Other Life, which was my debut novel about a woman who wakes up in an alternate version of her life, married to a man she's never seen before.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, that was really quite a success for me. I was really proud of that. It was nominated for a Romance Novelist Association, which is the main kind of romance writers association in the UK, where I'm originally from. It was nominated for Debut Romance of the Year, so it did really well, and it's been published into a bunch of languages as well.
Yeah, in multiple languages, and this is the first one that got recognition, and it's
Yeah.
still going. Are your other ones going to follow the same path?
I hope so. It's still early days for the most recent one. The second book, all three have gotten audiobook deals from Spotify, so
Understood.
they're all out now on audiobook on not just Spotify but Audible and multiple
Yeah.
audiobook platforms. And then the second book has also got a foreign rights publication deal, and we're hoping the third one will follow the same
That's
pattern.
wonderful. I'm just getting into these audiobooks mostly because at my age, it's hard to read the books. The print gets smaller, and I just get more books done because everywhere I go, I've got a book in my ear, and I love the audio. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. I mean, I feel exactly the same. I just got into audiobooks myself with the publication of my own audiobooks. And now I find I'm reading all the time
Yeah,
because I can do it while I'm out walking
yeah,
and anywhere I go doing chores and so on.
yeah.
So it really does get a lot more books under your belt.
Right. Now, I was jesting earlier saying romance. Who reads romance? It's the number one genre right now.
It is, Mike. It's absolutely the dominant genre in contemporary fiction. So yeah, a lot of people are reading these books, and mine are a little different with the multiverse
Hmm.
twist.
Hmm.
And perhaps I would say they're not really the sort of schmaltzy kind of Harlequin
Yeah.
romance that people might think of romance novels as being. It's more like edgy contemporary
Hmm.
romance novels. So that's they've got certainly a lot more edge to them.
Who could read these? Who are they appropriate for?
I mean, ask my brother-in-law who just took my latest book on vacation and enjoyed it. But primarily not men, although, hey, have at it, guys. But really women of any ages are the primary target market, and really anywhere in the world
Yeah.
too. So yeah, it has a broad reach, I think.
Well, I'm a reading snob. I always say, oh, I only read nonfiction, but people keep catching me with a romance novel in my hand. They're just hard to put down. And anytime at the airport, that's all there are, and I'm always grabbing one and reading it. So they're very enjoyable. It's a great break for me from all the nonfiction, especially a creative one like yours that gets the multiverse and just. I love to study authors and how they do their craft and their approach they take. And yours is fascinating. I can't wait to read these. And
Thank you.
we could read them in any order, is that right?
Yeah, you can absolutely read them in any order. There's a couple of little Easter eggs of mentions of other things, so it's quite nice if you read them in order, just because you might get a secret reference
Nice.
that you otherwise wouldn't know or think anything of. But you can absolutely read them in any order.
Tell us about, I have your web address on the screen, cjconnellybooks.com. What would our viewers find there?
Well, there's always the latest news about my books, of course, and then I write an occasional blog. I'm not updating it every week, but I let people know about my writing journey, a lot of writing craft, blog posts, my publishing journey, all the kind of things that I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
about publishing. Because honestly, Mike, it's been such an eye-opening experience, especially with all these foreign language deals and audiobook deals and all
Yeah.
the different subsidiary stuff going on, all the machinations behind the scenes, and the way in which you really have to sort of let go of your story to a certain extent and let
Yeah.
the world have it.
Yeah, I have so many viewers who are writing their first book. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there are writing their first book and getting to the end, putting the pencil down and saying, I'm done. It has to be difficult, but just the things you're saying to know about all these next steps, I'm going to refer people to your website because you're writing about that.
Yeah, I just want people to, uh, you know, if I can help them in any way learn
Yeah.
what I didn't know, then, even if I just help one author get on their feet, then that would be an amazing feat for me.
You tell our viewers where they can obtain your books.
So, in terms of the English language versions, which I'm assuming most people will want, my publisher, Joffe Books in London, has an exclusive distribution deal with Amazon.
Oh, nice.
So they are available in paperback from Amazon. They actually do print on demand. They print them one at a time
Nice.
from Amazon if you order it from there. Or they're also available on ebook, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You can download it onto your Kindle device, onto the Kindle app on your phone, and they're free on Kindle Unlimited if you're a subscriber to Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Mike, it's National Read and Ebook Day, so it's the perfect day
Oh
to
my
do it.
goodness, I'm glad you said that. My son just gave me a Kindle. It's still in the package. So maybe today's the day I'll get it out and
Today's the day, Mike.
I'll load this book right here. What was your first one? I'm going to do the first one. The Love of My Other Life.
Yes.
Uh, I was going to ask you what that's about, but you told us a woman wakes up and she's married to a different person or a person she does not know. I love
Yeah,
stories like that. Any,
absolutely.
I mean, they sound like movies. Any chance of that?
Gosh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
The love I could have had, the second novel, was in a movie production company's slush pile for a while.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, didn't make the next round. But it's nice to know that, when my publisher and when my agent and the subsidiary rights agents that I work with are out at these book fairs, they're pushing the idea of movie deals too. So it can take a really long time for a
Yeah.
book to become a movie. So I'm certainly not giving up hope for
That'd be
that,
great.
Mike.
That would be wonderful. CJ Connolly. Oh, what a struggle we had getting you on the show. All kinds of mishaps and miscommunications on our part, and you just hung with us and kept getting back to us. And I really appreciate it. I'm glad I did because you're fascinating. I could talk to you all day, but they're already getting the hook to pull me off the set. Any last thoughts you want to share with our viewers about you or your books or anything in the world, if you like?
Well, thank you. I just want to remind people again, it is National Read and Ebook Day. These books are available just for a buck or two, depending on which one. So they're super cheap to download. And yeah, you can get them for free if you're a Kindle Unlimited subscriber. So I do hope people will enjoy. And Mike, thanks so much for having me. It's been really fun.
And CJ Connolly's our guest. Go to her web address, cjconnellybooks.com, There is her Instagram on the screen as well. Go there, like that. Review her books. If you get the books, review them, please. We'll be back with another author right after this.